Hey everybody, MotoPoet59 here. Well, it looks like Brittney Griner has been convicted by the Russian court of smuggling drugs into Russia, and she has been sentenced to 9 years. I don't want to go any further without saying I don't give a rat's patoot about Brittney Griner, and the reason I don't is because of her position about the United States and about the things that make the United States what it is. She's just another BLM activist with a name, kind of. As I said, most people in the United States had never heard of her until this happened. Do I think the sentence is extreme for what it was? Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between taking your personal stash into a country and taking 10 pounds into a country to try to sell it or whatever. That's really what I consider smuggling. I don't consider what she did smuggling, but she is saying, oh, I didn't know. I didn't mean to break any laws. Listen, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're just a Joe Schmo like me, or if you're a world famous celebrity, it doesn't make any difference. If you are going into another country, or even if in America, if you're going into another state, you need to make sure that you're conversant with the laws of that state or that country before you take anything that might not be legal into that country. And, all her supporters are saying, yeah, it was just her, I think it was about a gram of weed. And I've always said, hey, I don't think weed's any more destructive than alcohol to society, any more dangerous. But the fact is, it's illegal in Russia. You can't take it in there. If someone came to the United States with a gram of weed and tried to come in through customs and it was found, they would have to answer for that. Would they get a 9-year sentence and all this stuff go on? No, they wouldn't, unless they were someone famous from a country with whom we are having trouble. And I think that this is a political thing. This is all about, for Russia, this is all about them exerting their authority in the face of America giving them grief over Ukraine. Nevertheless, she entered a country where it is illegal to bring drugs in, any drugs. And you have the people saying, well, marijuana should be legal everywhere. As I said, I don't have a problem with it, but it's not legal everywhere. And what's the WNBA's policy on drug use? She said it's prescribed. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But it doesn't make any difference. I worked for the railroad for 40 years. Alcohol's legal. Alcohol's perfectly legal. But if I went to work with a beer in my lunchbox or under the influence of alcohol, I was out of a job. That's just the way it was. And I don't know if the WNBA, as I said, I don't watch it, I don't follow it, I'm not going to research it because I don't care. But you know who does care? Russia. Because if you were smart, which evidently she isn't, you'd have looked into this or had your people look into it and found out whether or not you could take that prescribed medication over there. Because what if you're prescribed opiates? What if you're prescribed something that's not recognized in Russia or whatever country you're going to? You have to have the paperwork straightened out. It's up to you to do that. It's not up to your team. It's not up to your buddy, your husband, your wife. It's not up to the other country to notify you prior to your travel that you are going to bring what could possibly be a controlled substance into their country. And as I said in my last video about Brittney Griner, I don't think we should waste a prisoner exchange on her. I think they should just let her rot over there. They won't. They'll do whatever, and they'll get her back over here, and they'll look like heroes. And it wouldn't surprise me if they let her stagnate over there until just before the midterms and then bring her home and make a big news event of it. That would be right along the Democrats' path because, as I've said before, they don't care about you. No matter who you are, what group you're in, doesn't matter. They don't care. All they care about is their power base. And if they can use Brittney Griner to increase their chances of holding their power in the House in the midterms, they will do it, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them do that. So anyway, as I said, what do you think about all this? What do you think about weed being legal? What do you think these other countries ought to legalize it? All right, let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.